and salutations, everyone. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well on this Saturday noon. I am Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. How is everyone doing? It is Saturday. It is the Saturday before classes start, and this will be my last Dragon Age Inquisition before classes. You know, when it is all still free and exciting. Actually, Jer! Woot! Oh, hey, has everyone seen the new emotes that Jer has made for the Foxhole? They are visible on the Discord, which we have, by the way, and they're both awesome. They are completely awesome in all ways. If you haven't seen them, look at them. If you're not part of our Discord, join the Discord so you can look at them, because they're amazing. Those are the things I want to tell everyone. Hey everyone, so let's see, what am I going to tell you all? Beside it being, you know, the end of the summer, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. It will just be a little bit more, I will have to take some time off for conferences and talks here and then, but I will try to make it up for you all if I go missing. Maybe I can do something on a different day. You know, like on a different day. Are they really? No, they're not live on Twitch yet, are they? That's crazy! Because you know, for that, in the very beginning, it was like a huge wait for everything to get on Twitch, because they had just, when they first set up the affiliate program, it was a huge wait because there were like a gazillion affiliates and everybody wanted to have emotes, and it just took a long time. But if they're already live on Twitch, that is so exciting, and I don't think I can handle it. I mean, I can handle it, but that's exciting. So I don't know. I think affiliates can only get those 3 ever, but one day maybe. Oh, okay, all right, Krellin. Best Barontor! Woo! Hey everybody. Also, Krellin, you only have an hour today, so does that mean that you're going to do something really amazing after the hour is done? Are you going to go and, right? New tier emotes, Barontor. So, Krellin, are you going to, like, I don't know, go to a grand ball in an hour? It seems like a little early to go to a grand ball, but I'm just asking what kind of exciting things you're going to be doing. Let's see what we have here. We have some Fallowmire resources to pick up, which is fine. We have, negotiate a deal for weapon plans. What do we have? I was unable to reach, does a board game, a board game party does count as a grand ball. I mean, they're slightly different, but they're both pretty grand, and they're also a ball. Ba-dum-bum, woo! I was unable to reach a compromise with the Teventer. I suppose our influence does stretch only so far. He did, however, offer his apologies and made us a gift of some rare materials. I will keep our negotiations open, but it does not look promising. Oh. Hey, it's Energy! How are you? Good morning. It's Energy. Which part of the universe are you, which time zone are you in? That is my question. Last night, I finished up I was playing, because sometimes, not often, sometimes I play video games when you're not there. It doesn't happen often, because, you know, I care. But, last night I was playing the White Wolf games. You know, I did Mage, the Mage game. I'd played the Vampire game a little bit earlier. And that Mage game, full disclosure, I'd never played Mage, the Ascension. I was basically playing, you know, Vampire all the time. But, more Blood Lotus. We just need to always have more Blood Lotus. That's really important. I know, but... No, I rarely do I play games without you, because I do care. I rarely. But it was good. It was really interesting. It was really all about the refugee crisis, and then also magic. So that was interesting. No. I also haven't played Wraith, which many of my friends said was really, really great. I just haven't played all of the White Wolf games. And now I'm being shunned. I'm being shunned. Everybody's judging me. Oh, you're from Texas. It's 11. Yeah, no. It's Energy. I do not judge you at all. Not even a little bit. It is important, important to sleep on the weekends. I was playing the Mage visual novel thing, Krellin. That's exactly what I was doing. Um, all, all of the judging. We're gonna go. We're hanging out at the Exalted Plains, right? That's where we're hanging out. Uh, I'm glad. Hey, Tommy Christmas. I'm glad that you can forgive me all a little bit this time. No. I finished it completely. I finished um, both, both the vampire game like 2 days ago, and then also the mage game last night. And I played the mage game one time through completely, and then I played it. Uh, so what happened was I played it through one time through the kind of the way I figured I would do it if I were in that situation, and I got a great ending. I think it was good. It was a good ending. And then I decided to play it through making some of the choices I thought were probably poor choices, but maybe they weren't poor choices, and then they were poor choices because I died. So um, uh, yeah. So basically, I went through and I was sort of hanging out with the 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 brother sister pair, and I sort of aligned myself with them mainly because they told me that I had come to them in the past from the future to help them. So I was like, oh, if the future me figured it was a good idea to help them, then I think I should do that. So I did that, and everything went fine. But then in the second playthrough, there was this guy that was like, "Let me help you," and I was like, "He seems creepy," so I avoided him the first time. But I was like, "Well, maybe I'm prejudging him," and I was not prejudging him. He was creepy, and I ended up dead. So, so that was what happened. It was, but no, it was. I thought it was very interesting. I thought it was a thing. Was like, oh, I could have played this with the foxhole, and we all would have said interesting and smart things. Oh, yeah, it turned out I was right. I said, like, the first time I was like, I have a bad vibe about this guy, and I was right. No good. Oh, those are worm mages? Oh, that's not good. Um, you know, I wish that creeps always. Well, actually, Tommy Christmas, you have just brought up a philosophical question, and that is what we're here for. So I'm going to ask the philosophical question. I'm going to try to hit these, find the golden hala here, and get these shattered glyphs. See if we can find them. Mainly because we're right in this area, so I figured we could just do that. So let's do that. Uh, yeah, there was a woman that I was like, oh, you're clearly technocracy. Like, I've not played mage, but I've been in the world of darkness enough that I know you are technocracy. And I was thinking about hooking up with her, but she was also saying kind of sketchy things about uh, foreigners that I was not appreciative of. So I was like, I'm not going to hang out with you, technocracy woman. You may have a really cool blonde bob that I'm sure is awesome, but I'm not going to do it. So I didn't do it. Hello. We're gonna try to find the golden hala. Who are these people? Who do you think these people are? Oh, these are bad people. Let's kill them. Oh. Yeah, right, exactly. Bad tech, they're totally Nazis, and I was like, I don't need to hang out with you. I don't need to hang out. So, I mean, I basically, not having, how do I put this? I mean, I know Vampire the Ascension lore, and I have the GURPS, what is this? Oh, it's one of my friends. I have the GURPS, do I have the GURPS Mage Ascension? I feel like I must have the GURPS Mage Ascension. Maybe I don't, but I feel like I do. Anyway, so I know about it. I just have never actually played a mage. And that's a shame because that was one of the White Wolf games that I have always been very interested in. I've heard... Oh. Keep going south. Because everything I've heard about it seems really cool, and I always wanted to try out the magic system, which also is that it? Oh, okay. We're gonna try to herd this golden hala to the Dalish. Hi. We're trying to herd you. Go the way we want you to, golden hala. We're herding. But yeah, so I was really excited about the magic system. It seemed very interesting to me. What is that? Whatever it was, I didn't want to do it. So, you know, that's... I also was really interested in Wraith, in that each player has each PC... Basically, again, I've not played it. Where did our hala go? Did we lose it? Oh, I don't think we did. So that basically, you as a player, you create your PC, and your PC has a dark shadow, and that dark shadow is played by a different PC, and that always seemed like a pretty cool mechanic as well. So, I will just say, the old World of Darkness had some very cool things in it. Alright, we've got some Dalish favor, it looks like.
She makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethaline. I will never be able to express my gratitude.
Nice. Okay, I've got more Dalish favor. I still feel badly about looting those Dalish burial grounds in that last playthrough, in our last session together. That made me a little sad. I feel guilty about it still. Which, by the way, I am always appreciative of a game that can make me feel guilty. If a game can make me feel guilty, that's good. I'm not saying that no one ever can make me feel guilty. It's not that hard to make me feel guilty, but I think it's a good sign when a game can make you feel things. Oh, St. Paul by Night. I was playing Atlanta by Night, I think, was the mush that I was playing. Atlanta by Night. Yeah, that was... What do we have here? Oh, we've got, creatures. And I killed them all. That was awesome. I'm kind of badass. Side note. High-level me is... I mean... Okay, high-level me is badass against wolves, which I suppose is actually not that impressive. But, you know, still, sort of impressive. Quasi-impressive. So there are apparently some carvings that we want to try to get a hold of. And I think we probably need Balefire to see them and make them visible. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to find... Oh, bad guys. Done. Just... Hey, Encantador, how are you? St. Paul by Night was part of the Greater One World setting. Tell me more about that, Jer. Encantador, right now we're talking about the World of Darkness. So, I would like you to tell me more about the One World setting. Because I was playing... First off, I never played the new World of Darkness. I've only played Old World of Darkness. And I know that they're doing a new Vampire... A new edition of Vampire, which I'm really excited about. You should also talk about the Vampire one. Were you a lover or a fighter? Oh, my longest running Vampire character was great. But actually, my longest running Vampire character is also one of the reasons why I was super irritated by the meta plot advancement that started happening in 2nd edition revised. But my longest running vampire character was a daughter of Cacophony with humanity. I believe she started off the humanity of 8 maybe, and by the time she ended she had a humanity of 9. She never reached 10, but she tried real hard to do so. She never killed anyone, there was drilling going on around here, and I totally missed your question. Would you repeat? Oh. I don't think I can repeat my question, Encantador, because I think I totally forgot what it was. No, yeah, she was more human than humans, and she had some shenanigans in her life that didn't turn out so well. It was fine, but she was really into not judging people and not assuming, like not assuming things about people. So, for example, people thought the Camarilla was evil, but she's like, I'm not going to prejudge the Camarilla. Sorry, not the Camarilla, pardon me, the Sabbat. She's like, I'm not going to prejudge the Sabbat. Like, they may be evil, they may not be evil. One World by Night is a global White Wolf. Oh yeah, from Mind's Eye Theater? Oh, interesting. So, like, I just, I was like, whatever, this will about be fine. And, because she was, ancient elven glyphs, the revealed symbols depict a pair of hands cupped around the moon. If you find it, I'm gonna be mad. I sat here for 40 minutes trying to find it on every wall. Oh, people are working in your kitchen? It's an Italian word, so... Is it an Italian word? Camarilla? But no, I actually don't have, its energy. I'm still waiting on, there's still one more I don't have. Just, so you don't have to be mad yet, because I'm still missing one symbol. So, you can still be not mad yet. Like, not just yet. So, things that happened in St. Paul by Night directly influenced the rest of the One World communities. Huh. I have to tell you, I was really mad when White Wolf decided that what they wanted to do was advance metagame in the RPG. I really didn't like it, mainly because, like, I was playing a Daughter of Cacophony, and Daughters of Cacophony, by their lore, are not descended from Cain, because not everybody's descended from the Judeo-Christian sort of system. I actually had friends who were playing Kindred of the East who were also pretty pissed off as well. Because in the original 2nd edition... Now, actually, here, forgot it was noon, so I had to write my daily installment. So look, here's the thing. There's one more, and I don't know where it is. I hope I can find it. Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, right. So there were a bunch of us whose characters were not theoretically descended from Cain, because that is not the sort of religious tradition that we were sort of working out of. And in Minneapolis had a werewolf campaign in One World, which missed the Camarilla, which messed with the Camarilla in St. Paul often. Oh, interesting. Interesting. And in 2nd edition, not revised, whether or not Cain was real or not was actually still debatable. It was unclear. Like, what the story was still up to interpretation. And then when they did revise, they advanced the meta campaign. Like the book producers decided that they were going to advance the campaign, which invalidated the character concepts of a bunch of people, and it was really irritating. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. Hey, PH! Welcome! How are you? I am trying to find one more glyph. We are walking around here trying to find a glyph, and we have not found it. And so I think we're going to try going around the side and seeing if it's on the top somewhere. That is going to be our goal for the moment. Oh, except we have to go and kill these wolves first, and then we're good. So we were talking about basically White Wolf, and White Wolf really helped advance the idea of metaplot, right? Of a plot that the producers of the game advance. Hunter the Reckoning hype. I did a Frankfurt mush that had a setite revised. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Basically, this is I don't like that. Like, I know that it became all the it makes sense that you would like Hunter the Reckoning PH because, right, your idea of being a paladin, right, and wanting to protect the people, like, makes a lot of sense to me. I could have guessed that. Well, the problem with here's the problem with ignoring the meta plot, and like the pushback is always you can just ignore the meta plot, but here's why I would say that is actually difficult to do. It's not difficult to do if you. Yeah, I don't like meta plot. And here's one of the reasons why you couldn't necessarily just ignore it. I mean, you could ignore it if you only stayed with the exact same gaming group and you never wanted to buy more materials for that game world, right? Like if you never wanted to get anything new for Vampire, you could ignore the meta plot. But there are problems, right? So the minute you move to a new group, the minute you want to get new materials, then you're going to have to deal with the meta plot. For how long do you plan to... Oh, I'm streaming until 3 o'clock my time, so another 2.5 hours, I would say. That is what we're looking at. So if you have to deal with... people in your kitchen, that is totally fine. And if you'd like deal with the kitchen and then come back, that's cool. No judgment and only love. So the thing about the meta plot in World of Darkness is that they also advanced, like, there were like mechanics, right? So Oh, good. Yes, I try to be done by 3. So basically, when they advanced the meta plot, they changed some of the metaphysics of the game, right? So, for example, they then decided that basically they changed mechanics. They introduced new creatures. They switched people's connections. I mean, it was not even just lore, it was also mechanical because the mechanics were sort of tied in with lore. So that was unfortunate if you didn't want to do that. But also, and this is something that is about splat books, the part of that meta plot was about selling product to players. And players, when they buy a product, then want to be able to use it, which makes it, as a GM, a bit tricky. Ouch. That was not what I wanted. Oh, dang it. Right, so it becomes a little bit difficult because the game itself, like the producers of the game themselves, have just told you that, I know that was painful. They have just told you that this particular thing is now canon and it is valid. And so to have a GM tell you that you can't use a thing that you bought, that the producers say is a valid thing, that frustrates players. And if you're playing with a group that started before that change happened, then usually they're fine with it, but a lot of players get really frustrated that you're telling them that they can't have something that is basically canon. It's like if you were playing a game of D&D and your GM says, which happened to me once, and I was like, I had a GM who said once in playing D&D that they only liked Rangers, and so the only martial classes you could play were Rangers. Not for any lore reason, but just because they, like, it wasn't that we were doing a Ranger campaign, it was just because they just liked Rangers better than all the other ones. And, like, that can be frustrating. But then the other thing is, and this is where it also becomes a problem, advancing metagame, is that if you want to get new players into your game, new players especially who are brand new, often don't own the old editions, and those old editions go out of print. They own the new editions, and if you say to them, yeah, we're playing this game, but we're using these rules from before the revised edition, or the lore from this before the edition, the revised edition, lore that they don't even know, that gets very frustrating for them. And so it splits the player base. I know, right? It was weird, and here's the thing, I would have been totally fine if what he said was, I want to do an all Rangers campaign, right? If that's what was going on, I'd be like, that's cool, let's do that. I'm cool with an all Rangers campaign, but it was not because we're going to be playing a group of Rangers in the blah 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 blah. You know what I mean. But there was no lore reason for this. I'm a little trapped, everyone. I'm a little trapped. Like, and the thing is, I'm totally cool with things like that, like with concepts. Like, I am great with concepts. I think I'm okay. Really, I honestly, I'm cool with all sorts of concepts. But like, this was not like a concept. It was just that. It was just I just like Rangers better than everybody else. And it wasn't a Ranger-centered campaign. It was just that that's what he wanted to do. And it was a little weird. And then, of course, he had other... Gang, I don't know if I can find this, this other... Let's see what we can do. Nope. Nope. We just died. It was awesome. Oh, hey, look. Obsidian. I feel like that last glyph is right here, and we can't find it because we don't have our Balefire up. But we'll give it a look. We'll give it a look. I do. I feel your pain. Death is only the beginning. I know that there's one more Balefire rune in here somewhere, and because Krillin does. Oh, hi. How are you? Just want to say hi. By exploding you? It's cool. Well, the thing is, it does... Well, I think the problem is that with... I think... And here's what I will say. Like, I get it, right? Publishers want to figure out a way to make more money. And they feel like, in a group with 1 GM and 4 players... There are more players, so if we can sell to players, we'll make more money. And... Yeah, I know it's energy, and that's so irritating, those 3 energies. I just want to check this last wall on the other side to see if what we're looking for is there, and if it is not there, we're going to go do a different thing. And we'll, sort of, I don't know, stress about it later. Because Krillin doesn't have a lot of time, and I want us to get somewhere super exciting and get, I don't know, hard choices. Alright. Up! Why can't we swim? That's what I want to know. I want to know why we can't swim. We need to take swimming lessons. We're going to go kill those enemies again. It'll be fine. Yeah, so I think that there's something about the ways in which it took... Oh! Oh! Alright, will do. Heroes always have a weakness. Swimming in armor is too hard of a skill check. Hours of swimming. This is fair. This is fair. Can kill dragons, can't swim. This, you know, I feel like this is all true. Alright, let's see. Let's head north and see what this is. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we actually found them all. And that was what was going on there. Huh. Let's head north. Look at us. We were too awesome and we didn't even know it. Oh, so I played the vampire one. I enjoyed the Elder Ducks. I enjoyed the art quite a lot. It was interesting to me because I wonder if we can cross here, if they will make us drowned. I feel like we can cross here. I used to teach adults in the military how to swim. You'd be surprised. Yeah, no, people... I think we're gonna die, but let's try it. Oh! No, we didn't die. It was good. I played the Transylvania Chronicles start to finish. I was going to say that in the vampire one, let's claim this. We have a quarry. Our life is good. Dark elves are Quebecois. Perkins confirmed this. Dark elves are Quebecois in what context? Oh, in the Forgotten Realms? Wait, these are all the things that I need to know about. So what was... Alright, let's see, we have maybe... There's a thing here for us to try to figure out. We're looking for something. What was I going to tell you all? Oh yeah, so I played the choices that... What I think was interesting about that particular, the vampire one, is that I didn't think that the choices were obvious. It wasn't clear to me. 5e is stock standard Forgotten Realms now. Pity, yeah, and there's a little bit of sadness, right, about not having... Do you know what? I wonder if I can't do this without, without scattered glyphs. Oh, I see. There's just more glyphs here, guys. One of Solus's old friends, a spirit, has been summoned against its will and needs his help. Find the spirit with Solus in the Exalted Plane. So I actually need Solus here in order to find this, so we'll have to just grab him. We'll just grab him in a few. It'll be fine. Alright. Frank Mitzner is writing The Other Continent of Greyhawk, though. Kickstarter going up in a few days. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Huh. I don't even judge. That's kind of exciting. Forgotten Realms is pretty high power. It's pretty high power. You know? Well, I'm sorry. I was not being clear. Forgotten Realms is pretty high magic. I asked him if FR, Forgotten Realms Dark Elves, were Quebecois because of his French accent. He said yes. That's sort of awesome. I wanted to tell you that I played in an Eberron campaign, and I really... Yeah, see, Barontor? See, Barontor? Barontor knows things. It is a pretty high magic system, which, you know, that can be very cool if you like a high magic system. I will say I really enjoyed... let's head due north. I really enjoyed the Eberron campaign I was in. That was actually... When I say a few things, I didn't mean that in a diminishing way. I meant that in a, like, Barontor's awesome way. Like, he knows a few things, you know? I know what I meant. And what I meant was respectful and awesome. That's what I'm gonna say. I took over as the D&D DM for my local RPG guild, and a lot of people quit when they found out I wasn't doing Eberron. Oh, that's interesting. Although, what is this? Scattered glyphs. Considering the rule set for 5e, high magic is a good fit, though. Well, I mean, we were talking about this on the Discord, the ways in which D&D has just become... there's a lot of power creep going on in D&D, which they're going for a bigger epic. I told them, you tell me what you like about Eberron, and I'll work it out into my custom world. But nope. Oh. Yeah. Oh wait, isn't there one? Right? Isn't, like, barbarians maybe have no magic? Maybe? Maybe? Alright, how am I going to get to where I want to be? I'm not where I want to be at all. I want to be maybe over this way to get there. I suppose maybe what they did is they liked the lore for Eberron. But, I mean, custom worlds I think are pretty awesome too. So I'm always happy. I'm happy to try anything, really. Barbarians still have a path with 2 ritual spells for speaking with animals. Oh. So, I want to be right there. There are scattered glyphs, and I want them. I wonder, actually, if they are... Okay, so we're looking at maybe, like, just... around Okay. This way. It looks like our scattered glyphs might be more in this area. What's going on? Oh, wolves. Let's kill some wolves. Just murder a bunch of wolves, because that's what we do, apparently. The Eberron campaign that I was in was actually pretty fun. It used the lore well. It was a really good campaign. No. Yeah, it's just a high magic world, and if you want a less high magic world, that might be a tad difficult, but it's a high magic world, and that is not I don't say that as a good or a bad thing. I just say that it is a thing. But the campaign setup, this was really good. I have to say, this was a great campaign setup for the Eberron campaign I was in. I was like, all right. I mean, because of the players, it still tended a little bit towards Murder Hoboy, which was a little bit sad. But the campaign setup was good. So you all know how, oh gosh, what was the name of that place? What's the name of the place? The place that got destroyed in the badness. The one kingdom. You know, the kingdom that got destroyed in the badness, and now all the people there who were from there are now refugees. You know, first off, where the heck is this scattered glyph? You know what? We're not even going to worry about it. We're going to go over here. Oh, we're going over there. Thay. Thank you, PH. PH, thank you. Thay. That is exactly what I meant. So the setup for the campaign was a really good campaign for it. But again, see, this is in Eberron. In Eberron. I was going to say that this is actually, again, something I think is so crucial, that for a successful game is I think you actually have to have a campaign set up. You have to have... I just think you need to have a frame besides make a character, and then we'll just see what happens. Or, let me put it this way, I really like frames. No, not say then. I feel like it started with a C. I feel like it started with a C. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it started with a C. There was basically there was a country in Eberron that was destroyed due to some sort of major magical shenanigans. And in our campaign, we were all... Oh, that's a really good question. What I wanted to do, actually, next was do a couple of... Seer! Thank you, I knew it started with a C. It was Seer. Also, are we fighting somebody right now? Oh, apparently we are. We're gonna have to just kill this for a moment. There's a... Okay. Sorry about that. There was a wolf getting in our way. It was Seer. So... Oh, yes, it's energy. After I finish DA, I want to play a couple of short...
Exalted planes. Named to honor the great victory of Orlais over the elves.
I want to play I want to play a couple of short games. So I'm probably going to play... I've got two that are up on my PS4 that I want to play. I've got... Oh, and... Ancient Elven Glyphs. The revealed symbols show two ravens. One grips a heart in its talons, the other a mirror.
It looks like all of them. We'll see what the researchers at Skyhold make of this.
We got all of them. Excellent, excellent. So I've got two games right now on my PS4 that are shorter. I've got everybody goes to the rapture. Everybody goes to the rapture. Everybody. The word everybody and the word rapture is involved in the title. Everybody loves the rapture. Everybody goes... that one. And then Life is Strange. So those are two PS4 games that I want to play that won't be super long. So I will do those two first, and then I think after that I will decide what my PS4 game will be. I've got like Alien Isolation. I've got Metal Gear. I've got Mass Effect Andromeda. I've got Lords of the Fallen. I've got Last of Us, which I haven't played yet. I've got, I really want to play Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. I've got those two, and I haven't played those yet. Shadows of Mordor, Watch Dogs, The Uncharted series I want to play. The new Thief I want to play. Yakuza I want to play. So anyway, I've got a bunch of things. Oh, PH has an opinion on this. He says I should play The Last of Us after I played Life is Strange and also Everybody Goes to the Rapture. Well, there you go. I'll play The Last of Us. That was easy. Okay, that's what I will do. That's it. We've decided. I will play The Last of Us. Boom! Just like that. I think only the first episode. The first episode of what, Jer? I like sad games. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture by the Chinese makers of Dear Esther. Yeah, so I'm gonna thank you, Remshin. Also, Remshin, how you doing? Yeah, so I'm gonna play Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and also Life is Strange, and then I'll play The Last of Us. Play The Last of Us because it's one I want to see but don't want to play. Oh, Barantor, then we're perfect. That sounds great. I love it. I wanted to ask you all a question. I have a question for you. I need to take a poll. I'll ask in the Discord, but I want to ask you all here now as well. And no time to finish this part, the first part of Life is Strange. Oh yeah. Oh, the Life is Strange prequel's out. Let me read this text, but then don't let me forget. I will need to ask you all a question. Gale, I've perused the library in Villa Morial. There are tales of hidden elven power in the Dales. I entrust you with the task of unearthing this power. It could be a weapon in our fight for freedom. They say the key is Dirthavaran in the writing on the stones. As I understand it, that is the elven name for the Exalted Plains. It is full of ruins. I know of one by the river, west of where the armies are camped. A shrine to Selace. Start there. Sir August. I was going to tell you all something that was going to be awesome. Oh yeah, my question. I have a question that I want to ask you all. So, I have been pondering something, and I don't know. It's a question. I have a question. So here we are. We hang out together. One more letter. My sweet Dorabelle, things have gotten worse since I last wrote. There's no end to the madness, strange lights in the plains, soldiers torn limb from limb. Some of the men think there is an elven curse on the land, but I'm gone and will put all of this from my mind. If Celine wants to keep her throne, she can take up arms against her cousin, the demons, and whatever else. I would like to return home, darling, but I must disappoint you. I may no longer fight for the Empress, but I still fight for Olay. There's a rebel group gathering in the Emerald Graves forest. People like me, tired, wanting a change. I met some of them. It feels right. There's something big planned. To take the Dales, to wipe out the old politics. I'm hopeful. I know you would be too. Wait for me, Benji. Oh, hi, Ghost. How are you? We're gonna have to kill Ghost now. I don't know why ghosts have guts. Like, that's a little bit weird. So here's my question that I want to ask you all, and I feel like this is the perfect place to ask it. So here we are hanging out on our PS4 stream, which is awesome, and we have a lovely time, and it's great. But you know what I don't have? I don't have a PS4 camera, so you cannot see my face. And maybe you don't need to see my face, and you don't care. I know, it's super handy that ghosts can be killed by arrows. Convenient. And maybe you don't need to see my face, and that's fine. But do you think I should get a PS4 camera? Do you think that would be, like, a good thing, or do you think it doesn't matter? What do you think? I would love your thoughts on that, because I've just been pondering it. Like, they're not that expensive. I think you can get them now, like, at a sort of cheap on Amazon. It would involve me trying to figure out where to place it and how to organize it. Do you think so? Because I just figured, all right, let's keep going forward. Yeah, I don't think it's that pricey, right? Like, they're like, what? You can probably get one for $50, right? Maybe? Something like that? Maybe? Yes? Let's take this logging stand. Your face is a good face. Yes. That was the thing that I was thinking about, PH. That I enjoy my time. It's a pretty good face. I feel like there's a song about that in a musical about a face. let's see. Let's go over here. Oh, what is this? Oh, so we're gonna head this way. Let's head north. Let's do it. So, if you had a camera, you'd spend all time gesticulating and you would never finish. You know, here's the secret that you don't know, Krellin. I still gesticulate, you just can't see it. So, I don't know. I still gesticulate, even without the camera. I don't mind no face cam, but I can go either way. You indeed have a nice face. We all agree. So that was the big thing that I was thinking about, the ways in which if you can't see my face, then sometimes you can't know what my facial expression is, and I just don't know if you care or not. Also, no, I will totally finish DAI. It's gonna happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I feel like, look, I really feel like we're super close to being done, right? We've got, in terms of zones, we've got the Emerald Graves and the Exalted Plains, and those are the last two zones. And then we have the one DLC. And I just feel like we're so close. And I think, in terms of plot, I think we're pretty close to the end. Now, this may be just me it could be like Stockholm Syndrome, where I just imagine that it will go fine, but really, I will just... Where are we going? This looks exciting. Look at all this. Oh. And so, like, maybe, actually, it never ever ends, and we only play Dragon Age Inquisitions forever. Krellin is hilarious. So well, I'm excited for the Emerald Graves. Like, if it's beautiful, like, I'm excited to go there. Right, where are we headed? We're headed north, is what we're doing. Okay. We're heading north to see what we can see. Oh, let's get that metal. What is this? This is, Verdium. But no, so because I just didn't know if you all cared about that or not. If you cared about a face or lack of face. But I suppose, you know, I could pick up a camera. I think you can get them pretty cheaply now. And if you all would like it, then I will do it. I've got to figure out... now, of course, this does mean that I have to wear pants when I stream from the PS4. But I'm wearing pants right now anyway, so it's fine. This is just... I can't help... Did you remember when Dan Poslin streamed, and he was streaming in his bathrobe, and it was hilarious? And everyone was like, bathrobe! I thought it was hilarious. We can't see your pants. But see, the thing is, if I'm streaming from the PS4, Trooper, I like this game fine, but by the time I got to the Trespasser DLC, I was like, when will it end? You know, yeah, Dan Poslin's, that was a thing. I will say this to you, Tommy Christmas. I do not even judge you for those feelings. I think what I will say about that is, I am really enjoying Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'm doing this, you know, very sort of complete, going to all the places, getting all the stuff. I don't think that I will do a second playthrough, or if I do a second playthrough, it will be in 5 years from now or something. Mainly because I'm getting everything out of this game, and once I get everything out of this game, I just don't think I will need to play it a second time, because I will have gotten everything out of it. And I know people who play it, you know, like 6 times. I don't think I could do that. And second playthrough, one sitting, you're like, move, go, 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 finished. Yeah. I just am getting the feeling that I probably wouldn't play it. But again, this is not a knock on the game in any way. There are a lot of games I don't do second playthroughs of. Actually, do you want to know because I've got so many... No, they're not wrong. I just, Yeah. No, I mean, I totally get that, right? Especially if you have completionist tendencies, it may be difficult to play it multiple times. I did want to say that the game that I played twice back to back, and also one of the other things that happens is that I have a lot of games to play. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't have games to play. I have games to play, and I've got a lot of games to play. So the question becomes, do I play this a second time, or do I play a new game, like The Last of Us? And I'm going to play The Last of Us before I play this a second time, you know? Also, if I play this a second time, I'm not playing it at stream. Just note. Oh, so the game... Where am I? I know where I am. I need to get... We're going north. So anyway, what I want to tell you was, there was one game that I... Hi, creepy people. Leave me alone. So there was one game that I played back to back. Oh, me too, Tommy Christmas. I really love the DA video games. And I'm excited for Dragon Age 4, because I know it's coming out, so that's exciting to me. Oh, so the game that I played back to back was Dragon Age 2. After I finished it, without even a pause, I immediately played a second playthrough of that game. And I know that people don't like it. Like, I know that there are people who are like, Dragon Age 2, murder, murder. And that's them being unhappy with Dragon Age 2. Like, I know that this is a true thing. But after I played Dragon Age 1 the first time, and I was playing as a rogue, who was pretty Boy Scouty in many ways. Not, murder, murder. That's... Oh, and then maybe you did it for Andromeda in the same way. This will be really interesting to see, Jer, if you did it for the same reasons that I did it. So when I finished playing Dragon Age 2, I played as a rogue, and if you play as a rogue, your sister Bethany survives. And this is not really a spoiler, it happens in the first 15 minutes of the game. And for me, going through that game as a rogue, sort of stressing out about my sister who is an apostate and wanting to keep her safe, I made a number of choices in that game specifically because I wanted to keep her safe from, you know, being attacked and killed. You know, I mean, like, and oh, okay. That could be good. That could be good, PH. Yeah. But I was also thinking, if I were to play DAI again, maybe what I might do is play as a human who is very devout to the Maker, because I've never played that type of character before. But I've also never played... You'll need to leave me alone. I need to disrupt this rift. But I've also never played as a Kunari. Like, I could maybe see it. Anyway, like... Yeah, because I've never played that archetype before, and it would be very different. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say was, so when I played it through, so many of the choices that I had made were really dependent on the fact that my sister had lived and my brother had died, and that I was not a mage. And so I immediately wanted to play Dragon Age 2 again as a mage to have my brother live, to see what that experience would be like. And I actually found it to be sort of, for me, psychologically quite different. With Dragon Age Origins, I played the game one time through, and then I played the Origins, just the opening Origins bits. I could see playing a quicker version of DA, like, not being so completionist, if I could force myself to do that, and play somebody who'd be like a really different character. Like, I think, for example, I don't play fighters very often, so like maybe I could play a human fighter who's really into the Maker. Yeah, the brother had a really interesting arc, and I will tell you something. Playing Dragon Age 2 a second time was amazing, because in the first playthrough, I was very indulgent, shall we say, of my friends, and that included Meryl. and Meryl wanted various things to happen, and I was like, okay, sure, Meryl, I'm going to be supportive of you. And in the second playthrough, I was like, Meryl, all these things you want are super bad ideas, and I was not that supportive, and she became a rival, and she had a better ending. Like, her ending, if I maxed out her rival, was a much better ending for her than the ending that I got when I was being far too accommodating of her super bad idea. And that made me respect the game so much more. No, here's the thing. I said no to Meryl in my second playthrough, and it was better. It was better, and I will say that going through it that second time made me realize all these really interesting, subtle differences between what kind of choices you make, and it was really good in the end. I was like, wow, this... Are we still fighting? Oh, yes we are, apparently. And the game just seemed a lot deeper after I realized some of those subtle things. With Andromeda, because you have a sibling, you kind of create a personality for them. I wanted to see what different choices they make. Oh, that's cool. Can I get up here? My friends, there's a bad guy over here, and, there we go. Done. Well, that's interesting. I'm actually really excited for Mass Effect Andromeda. That is going to be something, ooh, that's a good point. Do you know what I'd really like to do? Tommy Christmas, do you want to know what I would really, really like to do if I could do it? I don't know if I can do it. There are some problems with the idea of doing this thing that I want to do. Mainly because I don't... For my streaming, basically I can stream from my Mac or I can stream from this PS4 because the PS4 has good streaming options. I have an Xbox 360, but I can't stream from that without different options. So what I want to do, what I think would be really cool for Halloween, would be to stream Silent Hill 2. Because that is one of my favorite spooky games. But the question is there some way to actually be able to stream that? I don't know. If I could, then I would stream Silent Hill 2, because that game, quality. The graphics will be old, and it's, you know, it's not a new game. But maybe there's some way. Like, I could check maybe the PS4 store and see if there is a Silent Hill 2 on the PS store. Because if there is, then maybe I could stream it for Halloween. That would be really cool. I think. What is here? What are we burning? Let's burn stuff.
There are so many. This was intentional.
There may be more of these pits.
Oh.
I'll have to find them.
We are burning pits. I don't know why we're burning pits. But we... why are you still... What happens if I jump in the pit? Probably bad things. Let's not do that. That seems like a bad idea. Hi everybody. You know, I don't really ever do anything anymore. I'm just so not exciting. I am not exciting. You know, how do I put this? How do I put this without making it sound sad? Alright, I'm going to say a thing, but please note it's not sad what I'm about to say, even though it may sound sad. But it's really not. It's not sad. I live in a dorm. None of my family is in the same state that I live in. PH. And, so I just don't do things for holidays. Because... holidays for me are about sharing with other people. And when there are no other people around, then there's not as much of a point. you know? So, I don't... Alright, what am I doing right now? What is this? There are things here. I don't know what they're doing. I think we should head... Holidays are about... Oh, but see, CPH, here's the thing. I don't have any social obligations because I don't have any of my people around me. And so with no social obligations, I just don't do holiday things. Coming back with everywhere with my pillowcase. Oh, hi, bad guys. One moment. And I murdered them all. Real fast. Oh, didn't actually murder them all. There's some more of them. Sorry. Woo! More bad guys. Okay. Yeah, so, and please, when I say that, I feel like everyone thinks, oh my gosh, Trooper's old and alone, like, hoarding. It's not, like, and is sad. I am not sad. I enjoy doing holiday things when I have holiday things to do, but when I don't have holiday things to do, then I don't do them, and then and it doesn't make me sad. You know what I mean? Like, it is fine. Like, so, I would tell people this thing, which is this thing I used to do when I lived in Los Angeles, and people thought it was, like, profoundly sad, but it was totally fine, everyone. When it was Christmas, like, the problem with Christmas, and it's sort of a problem here as well, is that everything is closed, and so I can't get any food on Christmas. Stop it, I'm not old and alone. I just don't do holidays. It's fine. So the point is, right, so like when it was Christmas, I would go to a diner, Norm's Diner, and I would go get Chinese food, or I would go to a diner and I would just eat. That would be my Christmas food. And that was, and people were like, that is so sad. I was like, why is it sad? I'm having delicious Chinese food on Christmas. Like, that's great. You can be alone and happy, I guess. I mean, I have a family that loves me, but I guess that's not... Well, I mean, here's the thing. I have a family who loves me too, but they live on the opposite side of the continent. Oh, go grab food. If I don't catch you streaming, have a great fun and have a great weekend. Oh, happy Labor Day to you too as well. Thank you very much. And if I hope I see you. If I don't see you, I will see you on the Discords, and we will Discord it up. Hey, and Cantador, are you streaming today? That is my question, because I feel like maybe you're streaming today. If you are, you should say so in the... Exactly. And so, like, that's the thing I think that maybe sometimes people don't always get. Like, I have a family, like, my sister is great. No. But here's the thing, but I think this is the thing that's really interesting, right? First off, family is not for everybody. Oh, good. Thank you. And will you post to the Discord so that we know? I have to do some syllabi work, but maybe I can do syllabi work while you're streaming and do both at the same time. I will try. So post to the Discord so that we can all support you. That would be really great. So like my sister's great. I love her. But she's on the other end of the continent. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not even close to each other geographically. And so, like, you know, I will see if I can. If
Let's take a look.
Ooh, running in the shadows, like it. Jer, after you finish running in the shadows, it would be much appreciated if you could tell us how your game went, because I always enjoy hearing about people's games. Like, gaming stories are the best stories, and I want to hear about them all the time. So, that is my next request. More gaming stories. Do we have everything we need? Are we still fighting people? I feel like we're not. I think we're good. So, yeah. I want stories from everybody all the time. I will... Yes, so, I think it's just tricky because I actually am... Grey Whiskey, White Wine, Conscription Ale, Bottle Marked, Vintage, Warden Tontive, Home. Oh, yes, please. Please do. Tell us exactly how it goes. And they can talk about your character, talk about what happened. I want all of the stories in RPG musings. Jer, please share. Crumpled Missive. Who is this by? Roslyn. Did you hear? One of the recruits from Val Royeaux said they saw the famous Tom Rainier drinking at the Halberd, east of Val Royeaux. I thought you'd be interested, given your history. Although, the lad's probably only seen him in sketches. Somehow I doubt the old captain's foolish enough to come within 100 miles of the capital. I'll let you decide whether you believe it. Anyway, I heard you might be relieved in a week or two. You could talk to Prol, see if he'll let you take leave to follow the lead. He'll understand. He did allow you to enlist for our side even after what happened with Callier, Roslyn. That was a good vintage. Pour some out for the homies. Yes. You know, it's really interesting. Freeman messages. I want you and your men to collect the dead and bring them to the ramparts. We have to burn them, gather them together, then leave. I'll deal with it from here. I wonder if there are massacres going on here. Like, what is going on in this place? You know, I mean, are you concerned? I'm a little concerned. By the way, we are totally, without a doubt, going to find our next campsite, which I feel like we're being really productive right now. I also am really worried that there are war crimes going on in this situation right now. Just, what is that? Things to pick up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was fooled. Here we go. Yeah, so it's just one of those things where I think that sometimes people, I don't know. They hear that and they're like, oh, that's so sad. I was like, no, it's really not sad. I have got a very full and rich life, and if I'm hanging out having Chinese food on Christmas, it is okay. Also, it's just not that big of a deal. Oh, Krellin. Krellin, why are you so wise? Why are you so wise? Hey, we just established a camp. That is great. You know what we're gonna do? Let's save. I feel like we should just do a save. That's important. I also feel like we should see how far we are from... we're actually pretty far from that thing over there, aren't we? You know what we can do, though? Chinese food is amazing! Chinese food on Christmas is super amazing! It's because you're a hermit and all hermits are wise. The wisdom of hermitry. It's really interesting. I was thinking about this. About the ways in which I feel like, and this is a thing that I think that people don't... it's about, like, certain kinds of notions. By the way, we can fast travel, so we're going to change our party. We're going to have Cassandra, but we're going to bring Solas with us, and then Iron Bull. We're going to confirm this. Only because there's a thing that we can do with him. We have not leveled him up. I wonder how many non-Asian people those Chinese people see at Christmas. Well, you know, there are a lot of non-Christians. Like, I know that lots and lots of Jewish people go to Chinese food on Christmas because, you know, Christmas is, there are people who are not Christian. Character record. We need to level up Solas. And I have not leveled him up a little bit. He's got 8 points to spend. I have been making him super... I was making sort of ice and spirit. I think his spirit's completely maxed out, actually. He wasn't even born on Christmas. Krellin, I know, Krellin, I have probably shocked and scandalized you. He's a Rift Mage. I don't even know what that does, but let's do it. What is this? Veil Strike. You create your own fist, the Fade, smash people. That sounds good. What is this? Stone Fist. More summoning. That sounds great. Let's do that. And then also that. This is one of those focus things, so let's not do that. Oh, white. Oh. There we go. And then, there we go. Let's just give him all the things. Hey, to HUDs! To HUDs, we were just mentioning that there are people who are not Christian, and Krellin thinks I'm a blasphemer. But we were talking about going to Chinese food on Christmas. Uh, it's I know, and that's why Krellin is hilarious. Tuhuds, how are you? I don't know which of these is good, so let's just do this one. What is this? Pull of the Abyss. You create a tiny rift that pulls enemies towards you. That sounds great. This enemies you can cast Pull of the Abyss more often, and enemies caught on its effect are weakened. That seems cool. The Pull of the Abyss wrenches its enemies quickly enough to damage them. Oh, huh. Let's do that one. Let's take this upgrade. Boom. I've completed morning ablutions and am now good. Every time anyone says ablutions... Oh, wait. Do you want to apply your pending ability purchase before proceeding? Yes. And we're going to save one more time. Whenever somebody says ablutions, I think immediately Sweeney Todd.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so, yes. We're gonna travel way over here. Right there. About ablutions and abolitions. So yes, morning ablutions. There's as abolitions. There is a I think someone misspelled absolution. Is that the next Dragon Age? So no, there is a line in Sweeney Todd about morning ablutions, and I always think about that one line from Sweeney Todd whenever anybody says ablutions, including myself, because I need to head west. We're gonna walk along this river, and hopefully we won't drown. That's my hope. I think we'll be fine. Right? Yes. To HUDs, I was asking what people thought...
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
Oh, no problem, Solus. I like to be helpful. Even if I never take you out in a party because, you don't like me because I'm a Dalish. But that's cool. I still help you out. Oh, look at this. This seems to be... something.
My friend.
Oh. Oh. It looks... Ooh. It's awkward that my name is Christmas and people keep talking about eating Chinese food on me. But maybe you like that. Like, we're not judging. Like, if you enjoy people eating Chinese food on you, like, that's cool. Like, I don't judge. They've corrupted it.
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes.
You said it was a spirit of wisdom, not a fighter.
A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
Oh.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting?
It's...
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon!
Ooh.
Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
Ooh.
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
Oh.
We are not here to help you.
Oh. Ooh. 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 Yes, we are. Solus is smarter than you are. No, we're not. Yeah, I'm going to just say Solus is smarter than you are because that is just a true statement.
Word of advice? I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall
Shut up. You summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
Inquisitor, please.
Look, here's the thing. I trust Solus on this one, and he does look super weird, right? He looks, here's the thing, he looks super weird. He also looks like he has a lot of oil in his hair, but Maybe that's how it was back in the fantasy Middle Ages. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Solus because I feel like if we could actually stop a demon from being a demon, that would be really super thin mustache on a really large face. That would be, I think, quite profound if we could stop a demon from being a demon.
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you.
Ooh, looks bad,
You
my friend.
must hurry!
Okay, I will hurry. Let's... I think that we just need to, destroy some of these. And luckily, I'm an archer, so I can go from range. Let's destroy some... No. We just wanna, help. Nobody die while we're doing this. Also, why are these things re-summoning themselves? No, they're not, right? We're fine. And okay, we're good.
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalin. Mamilava Halani.
Is that Bethany?
Magilani Midinan.
Manuvinen.
Oh.
Dareth Shira.
Oh. You did everything you could.
I heard what it said. It was right. You did help.
No. I must endure.
Let me know if I can help.
You already have. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked the summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to
No.
travel unprotected.
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
I'm gonna stop Solus from killing people.
Solus.
Never again. I need some time alone. I will meet you back at Skyhold.
That's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna help Solus sort of like free his friend, but then we're not gonna go let him kill some mages. Do you know what I mean? Like we're like just like those mages were jerks, but we're not gonna just have some slaughter up in the space. We clearly need to go back to where are we gonna go? Let's. I'm generally in favor of letting Solus do what he wants. Plus, they were dicks. The internet loves dicks. This is the thing we learned. Oh, speaking of which, I have to put that in our learned thing, so it's not currently there. Let's go... Shall we go... You dislike Solus. You know, PH, it's interesting. Your Solus dislike. When you learn who Solus is, maybe you'll consider letting him do things. Learned. Hey, look! It was Atomic Christmas 1. Let's go here and then move this way. Let's travel here. I need to add that one to our learned. So I think it's tricky because what I would say is that Solus and I don't particularly get along very well. Or
Lots of sloppy fighting here. People get tired. They fight hard, not smart.
Or more accurately, Solus doesn't like me. Solus does not like me, and that makes things a little bit tricky because, again, he doesn't like me. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to be mean to him. I just know that he doesn't like me. He told me. And he wouldn't talk to me for a while. Like, he just, yeah, you know, he doesn't like me. It's just let's just put it that way. Let's head over here. So we want to head north and west. We're going to head this way. I think we'll be good. Yeah, so my relationship with Solus is a little bit tricky because he doesn't like Dalish elves, and I am a Dalish elf, and I'm like really a Dalish elf. I'm like a super Dalish elf, like all Dalish all the time, and he doesn't like that. Do you think he would like me if I were a lady? Even if I were a Dalish elf? Because he was like, he shut me down. I was like, hey, Solus, let's be friends. He's like, Dalish elves are stupid. I was like, wow. Uh, thanks. It's nice to meet you too. So, you know, he's around, but we have a somewhat strained relationship, is the best way to put it. Oh, I know that HQ was dating him, and I think that HQ was an elf at the time, so maybe that's a thing. Let's keep heading west. There's a lot of undead here. I wonder what badness is going on. Because clearly there's some badness. Oh, looks like our friends. He will only date elves. That's so interesting. You know, this is, I have to say, I think it's very interesting that he does not like Dalish, but he will only date elves. I think he's got some complicated things going on. Oh. But we won't find out who he is until we get to Trespasser, right? Hey, who are you?
Are you Imperial Army?
Yes, Your Worship. I fight on the side of Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, rightful Emperor of Olay.
Come on! I love it when Carlin says "Come on, Trooper." Like, it just, because I hear the "come on" in my voice every single time, and it makes me laugh. I know I've got to stop playing the game so I can know things.
The Civil War is over. Why are you still here?
What? What do you mean it's over? But we need to alert the Marshal, but no one's been able to get into Fort Reverson for weeks.
Oh, well, what's going on?
What's happened here?
We were trying to retake the ramparts from the dead. They rise here, somewhere within these trenches. It started when those freemen showed up. Strange lights, like blue fire. It must be magic. But the freemen are just deserters from the armies. How could they have managed this?
That's no good. Yeah, I'm like, there's shenanigans happening. We've got to figure out what kind of shenanigans we have going on here in these ramparts. We will find it. We will fix it. We will, you know, I don't know what we'll do, but we're gonna do a thing. Not an aquarium, an ocularium somewhere close, and I love the ocularium, so I'm very excited about that. But we are not there yet. Let's see. All right, maybe this will, the Path of Flame. That's evocative. That's an evocative phrase. Let's see what's going on with I wonder whose house this is. There's a book. Let's take it. Father's Guidance. Rygard, I'll be gone by the time you get back. Heading to Leeds. Join me as soon as you can. I've left some supplies in the hollow of the old tree. The one near the ruin. It should be enough to pay someone to take you to the city. Be safe, Father. Oh, I bet the son is dead. That's always awkward. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's not dead. Although, alright, we want to hit, where are we at? Oh, let's hit, well, we're really close to that. So let's go there, and then we can head south and pick up those things. Oh, we're so close to a lot of stuff. I like it when you're close to a lot of stuff. That always makes me happy. As opposed to being so far away from all of the stuff. Which, I'm often, you know. So, Mass Effect Andromeda. I just read a review of it that was saying actually pretty kind things. There was somebody who was saying that they thought that people were harder on it. Maybe, where was I reading that? I was reading it somewhere. They're saying that people were harder on it than they thought people should be. I think nostalgia is dangerous. I mean, I really liked Dragon Age Origins, but like, you know, can make other types of games. It's okay. I suppose we'll find out. And, ooh, I did not write the review because I've never played it. Like, I don't actually know what Dragon Age, what Mass Effect Andromeda is like yet. But I will find out. How do we get? So we are looking for something. how do we get... Alright, we're gonna just go up this way and say maybe this is it? There is something for us, and we are going to find it. Come on! Sometimes they don't let us have what we want to have. Well, maybe we just go over here. There's gotta be a way. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. And we got it. Claim. The ruined arches. The half-buried wall of arches made for a unique camping spot. My guide informed me that it was once part of an ancient elven arena, although nothing in the histories I read mentioned anything of the sort on the plains. He also insisted on clambering up to the top of the blasted ruins after swearing he'd seen a royal elf fruit plant growing out of a crevice. From A Journey Through the Dales by Lord Horace Medford, Adventurer. We got it. We got it. Oh, I think we're close to the Ocularium. There it is. I'm so excited. And I also just can't hide it. Oh, this is not the one that I wanted. This is the one that lets you have, this is the other one. I like the star one. I should add Adventurer to your... You should! I think actually that would be exciting to add a little bit of Adventurer to your resume. At the moment, I will say I'm still excited about gathering shards. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna... Krellin, I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so scared! Krellin. Oh, there we go. I was going to say that what I think is interesting is that I'm still... How do I put this? I am still invested in all of the gathering that is happening in Dragon Age. There we go. In Dragon Age Inquisition. It was a Saved by the Bell reference because we care. Because we care. Punch a whip and sing the Indiana Jones theme. I think that would be a good move. I think that everyone would really like that. I think it's a good call. But what I was going to say was, this contrasts with, which it was one of the Assassin's Creeds. It was one of the maybe Assassin's Creed 2, maybe, where I found the little gathering to be not as compelling, right? So I think that games can do the gather the strange shards or the strange little bits better or worse, right? You should see my superhero world that's a blend of Saved by the Bell and the Disney movie Sky High. That sounds really exciting. A list to pack. Jewels, dresses, a book of prayers that Sister Sabri gave me, wine, leave the ones from 9:30, bad year, Mother's grand oak armoire, the standing mirror, well, will this fit in a cart? I worry. Ropes for lashing down? Everything in the toy chests. We have to keep the children quiet on the journey somehow. We'll find a way to make it fit. Where do I see this? Mr. Belding is the principal because his superpowers negating superpowers. Oh, that's so cool. Screech has banshee powers. I am really enjoying... There's a dead body. And we just looted a bloodstained teddy bear, everybody. That's creepy. I just thought I'd share the creepiness of just what happened there. Ooh. Shard. Nice. We are going to get shards everywhere. I think that this oh, went so fast. The II scientist, but from the corpse. I know, right? I think as long as there's reward, though optional for collection quests. Yeah, I think the thing about those collection quests is that I think that sometimes they can be done in ways that, and as you all know, I'm a bit of a hoarder, right? So it's not like it's that hard to make me be interested in a collection quest. But I just think that sometimes they're not I don't know. I don't know. I have to try to figure out why it was in Assassin's Creed 2 I wasn't enamored of them. Maybe it was that some of them seemed really arbitrary and not in-game, if that makes any sense. So, for example, these shards are all technically... I see your teddy bear dead child. I think I'll just take that and disturb your rest even more. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, these shards, like, there's a reason why you'd want to have them, because they can help you get into that, no? Let's try going around this way. Because they can help you get into those tombs, so there's, like, a reason for them being there, that they just aren't, in and of themselves, sort of pointless. And the scrap of lore, those are interesting, and the mosaics will help you get mosaics in Skyhold. So I just feel like as long as there's an actual in-game reason for the collection quests, I think I can handle it. I think that's where I'm at. The only thing you got from some... Yeah, exactly. Oh, I have Among the Sleep. I could do it. Oh, by the way, I still really would love to play, if I could, Silent Hill 2, but I don't know if that's possible. Because that's an oldie, but that's psychologically a goodie. That's like, classic. Come on! Oh! Alright, let's try... How do we get where we want to get? I want to get here. But I don't know the best way to get there. Phooey. Let's, well, we'll try going around a little bit more to see if we can get there. And then if not, we'll go somewhere else. It'll be fine. Five Nights at Freddy's, right? That has got teddy bears. Doesn't it have teddy bear monsters? Maybe that's not what it's called? Five Nights at Freddy's? That's the name of it, isn't it? No? Yes? No. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, or something at Freddy's? Freak... something? There's like a... What do you think of Mouse Guard's DM turn and player's turn mechanic? Well, you know, it's interesting. I will say that I don't really know yet, because I've seen it played on the stream, right? The Mouse Guard stream, but I don't... No, I have not read the mechanics, and I think for me to know... Five Nights at Freddy's. I think for me to know how I feel about it, I think I would need to see how it's written. Like, I'd want to actually see what the, Let me up there! Come on! I think I would actually need to see how it's written, like what is the difference between a player's and a GM's turn? What can you do differently on each one? I think I would like to know the mechanics of that a little bit more before I could really say what I thought about it. Because the basic mechanics haven't been explained on the stream, and you can clearly there's a difference between the player mechanic, the player turn, and the DM's turn. I just don't know what they are yet. So, I mean, I will say that I don't have negative feelings about it. It seems interesting, right? Like my current feelings are, well, that seems interesting. I wonder how it works, and so at some point in time I will know how it works. I mean, so I think my general sense is that's a new mechanic. That's interesting. How does it work? Because I'm always interested in new mechanics, and so I am interested. That is what I would say. Ganto, the last of the Sioux have been delivered just in time. I predict the war shall break out at any moment. I shan't want to be caught in this disastrous collision of noble egos. Be prepared to cast off as soon as I get to Jader. Parid. Alright, where are we? We are... if we keep heading west, we'll get another shard. That's fine, let's do that. We will get another shard. Although, sometimes you just don't know how to get to the places you need to get to. Hi, how are you doing? I found it a bit jarring in my game when I got hungry and thirsty but couldn't sleep and eat that away until after the game was over. And we You got cut off at the end, and we entered the player's turn. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Wait, hey, Jer, are you here? Jer, are you here? If you're here, Jer, will you add Krellin to the regular? Because I cannot. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jer, you are great. Krellin, you can now post your link. Okay. We are... Where are we at? Let's go up this way. So north and a little east. Oh, good. Okay, nice. I also... Oh, you also gotta go. Krellin, I want to thank you so much for being here. It was lovely. And, have a... Oh, yeah, you're doing your board games. Have a great board game session, and if you are so moved, it would be great to hear what games you played, if you played any really cool games that we should know about. Because I run game nights with my students on Monday nights, and if they're good games, I want to know about them. So, share with us games that you thought were really fun, if there were any particular awesome games. That would be my request. I explained it was to myself as that I wasn't just hungry and thirsty, I was malnourished, and that can't be cured with just eating. Interesting. Yeah, by just eating a few good meals. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I just got Phoenix Dawn Command, which is an RPG that also uses cards, wherein... How's it running game nights with your students? Oh, so it's interesting. But game nights are. Oh, I totally missed it. Are more about adult fun and drinking for me. Oh, yeah, no. I do. Actually, it's interesting. I don't tend to actually, like, when I'm RPing, I never drink, because I want to stay sharp. So I don't necessarily associate game nights with drinking. And I also am in a college, right? So that's another difference, is that I'm running game nights for college students who are all adults. We don't drink, of course, but so I'm a scholar in residence. I live in their home, and then I do programs I do one program a month. I have dinner with them once a week, and then I do this game night once a week, as sort of like a way to do office hours. So directly south, it looks like. And the thing is that there's a lot of drinking and partying that happens in college, but not everybody wants to do that. And so I want to offer an alternative so that people who don't want to drink and party, or who are not particularly extroverts, have something that they can do as well. So it is an alternative in many ways to kind of a college party scene. And we sort of meet in the residence hall, in the lounge, play more besotted characters. My current game night are Battletech at the bar, so yeah, some old men and I get drunk and unleash the Kraken. I'm just exploding people. It's a little gross and awesome. And you unleash... I'm going to assume that you unleash the Kraken. Unleash the Irby army. Sarah, where are we at, and where do we want to go? Let's go... That was this one shard. Oh, no. Yeah. Let's head east. We can give him the stuff. That's great. We're going to head this way. Yeah, I don't tend to play in bars in general. I know, I had no idea that people exploded so dramatically. Um, I don't tend to play in bars, so when I go to New York for a game of there's a Game of Thrones tournament that happens in New York, and when I travel down there, it's a little frustrating because the game takes place. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Tuds. So the the tournament takes place in the game store, but the game store closes early, and so everybody has to go to the bar next door, and I just find that not to be the best conducive space to play card games. I mean, maybe for playing poker, but when you're trying to get the Game of Thrones on and like be really like what's going on about it, that can be distracting. But yeah, no, I would say for the game nights, what's tricky about it is, so we are headed right over here. Hey, how are you doing, Ice Bunny? How are you? So the thing about, ooh, hi, what's going on? Oh no, Valoran's journal is stained with blood. Only a few entries can be made out. And Emalian keeps telling me that I have to be patient. Huh. Fenedis, I'm almost 17. I have... Oh, different voice. And Emalian keeps telling me I have to be patient. Fenedis, I'm almost 17. I have my Valaslin. I'm ready to learn more than simple spells. Keeper Han will be sorry he ever doubted me. Sorry, say, the ruin's not far from where we're camped. I don't care what Taniel says. Getting Linda Renee's talisman will prove to the Keeper that I'm ready to be first. If it's really as protected as Taniel believes, I'll just have to break through the wards. Even if I can't do it myself, I know what... The veil's thin here. None of the other hunters were brave enough to go into the Shem war zone, but here I am. It has to work here. I know it will. Miniature games tend to have sticks the size of logs up their asses. Miniature gamers. A few beers and 40k, or orcish wag, or two keeps the games friendly. Oh, fair. Let's see where we are at. Oh, so the thing with the game nights is that it provides an alternative, and it lets people not feel so, I don't know, tries to cut down on sort of peer pressure. I just explode things big time, everyone. Also, the thing about it is, so what's tricky about it is that I never know how many players I will have in any given game. So I might have 4 people, I might have 12 people. So I try to find a way to... Chart art is so much fun, and I watched 1 hour Maria Abramovich on a bunk bed, and the only thing moving was her hair, the clouds, and her chest. I imagine it keeps us wild college students out of trouble. I was at a party in uni, so that sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there are a lot of things for college students, but they're often made for people who want to party and are super traditionally extroverted social. When someone shoots at my tanks, and this is I sing, so close and yet so far. Yes. So I want there to be options, and it's tricky because a lot of the players are, you know, they like. That bad guy's gonna show up again. Where are you, bad guy? There we go. Took him down. So you never know. So it's been my quest recently to try to find as many games that will accommodate large numbers as possible, but also that aren't just party games, that are also thoughtful and interesting, that have some kind of strategy and some sort of slightly more interesting gameplay. So I just picked up Mysterium, and that seems like that. Like, we've played a couple of rounds of that, so that was pretty good because you can play that with like 6 or 7 people, I think. I've got like Eldritch Horror. You can play with up to 12, I think, or 8 or 12. I just picked up Codenames, which I think will be a good one. So I try to get like a good, but we play anything from Pathfinder to I'm still not a party person nor extroverted, so I find the inhibition loosening effects of alcohol to be useful. Eldritch horrors are scary. Cards Against... I don't... Cards Against Humanity can get pretty X-rated, I think, pretty quickly, and I don't think I want to do that with my students. I mean, if I were doing that, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Like, it gets... Yeah, it can get really... Yeah, I just don't think that may not be a good idea to do with my students. Any party where we play games... This is my feeling, PH. If, like, my idea of a party involves game playing, and, like, not mind games, but games on boards. Demetrius' End. I remember Lord Demetrius Aaron, the only one of Andraste's champions to fall. The forces of the Exalted March met the elves upon the field. Our numbers far exceeded theirs. The champions, kind and fair, gave the elves a chance for peace, but the elves would not lay down their arms. They slew Lord Demetrius in their charge. Maker, take him to his side. Yeah, okay, that's the game to play when the prop's not around. Yeah, right? I mean, I would not want to be responsible for hosting a game of Cards Against Humanity that went bad. I think that would be not great. Alright, so we just did that. Where are we going? We can hit... What is this? Here are these... I don't know what we're going to do with these things. This is... Alright, let's blow this horn. Let's blow this horn. Let's blow this 10-cent popsicle stand. Yeah, I think that Cards Against Humanity can get to a space. And I may not want to be responsible for traumatizing people or upsetting them. Oh! A card game called Snake Oil. Okay. I am always looking for good recommendations of things that I can do to... Oh, what is this? Let's open the door. For games to play with a lot of people, Carcassonne is pretty fun with the expansions. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hey, look! There's a wounded chevalier. He's not dead.
Who is it? Philippe? Is that you? Merde.
Tell me what happened.
What happened here?
We were on patrol, 5 of us, looking for supplies. Overwhelmed by undead, I ran, Please take this to Commander Jehan. At the Citadel in the north. Tell her.
Oh, she's dead. It's like Super Fight Expo where you're trying to sell an item to a certain individual. Oh, what makes Carcassonne fun is the end of the game scoring. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's exciting. We've been playing. I just started playing with them. Secret Hitler, because that can take up to 12, I think, as well. So that was pretty good. So I'm always on the lookout for things that I can play with more than 6 people, but the people who come tend to be people who are a bit more thoughtful, and so Werewolf only goes so far, if you know what I mean. One Night Ultimate Werewolf only goes so far. Something that has a little bit more to it. Secret Hitler does not involve saying offensive things to people, right? Whereas Cards Against Humanity is very much about saying offensive things to people, and Secret Hitler is not about saying offensive things to people. So, yeah. Trump's not a secret. So, that is what I would say. Alright, let's see if we can blow this horn. There we go. Blow horn. I don't even know what we just did. Was that a good thing or a bad thing what we just did, do you think? There's a big battle happening.
Everything's under control.
Is it? Is it under control? That was like... what are people doing? Are you being friendly? What is going on? I think there's an English version of Besavissa. We'll check that out. That's a quiz game. Oh, quiz games are not bad. Maybe they're training. I don't know, everybody. So everyone has a hand of nouns, and one person draws a profession. The other players combine 2 of their cards into an item to sell. I think to sell to the profession. Oh, that could be. That seems like that could be interesting. Space Sheep Use of the Force is currently my go-to game for up to 8. Oh, well, that sounds interesting. Will you all do me a favor and put all of these things on the Discord, because all advice is good for me on this one. I want to try to get a good range of games. How do I get up here? There's an here we go. There's an exclamation point, and maybe this exclamation point will be good. Oh, this was that one that I didn't know what I should do about this. Maybe it's a thing that I can't do now. I have to do later. That's entirely possible. This is a huge war camp. Let's see where can we go that will be interesting. We can go here. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's go over there. So we want to head south and east. So we're going this way. Maybe I could play Taboo with them. I'm always looking at tabletop. Lots of only board games. What does that mean? What other things are you thinking of, Ice Bunny? So as opposed to the other thing to think about is continuity. Like, I can't do a lot of things that require continuity because I never have the same number or the same people. Ninja. What's ninja? What's ninja? I've done Shinobi Clans. That's good. So, like, we can do card games as well. Like, I've had them play Vampire: The Eternal Struggle, because that you can play with a lot of people because it's an expandable one, sort of card game. So we've done that. But again, what can you do that's sort of good multiplayer, right, is the question in the end. So, let's go there and do that. What other kind of game are you thinking about, Ice Bunny? It's a game where you stand around with a bunch of friends and then move in order to smack each other ninja style. If you have some games for big groups that you need space to move for. Well, we're in the I will also note that this one moment. And it's sort of like a freeze tag sort of a thing. I have to think about that. See, that would work sometimes and not others. I have a student who was not here last year, but he's blind, and so one of the other things that I'm doing is that I am also being very mindful of things that are accessible to blind students. So when he's around, we tend to play Dominion, because there's a company called 64-ounce Games, which makes sort of accessibility kits for games, and so I've got an accessibility kit made for Dominion, which sort of puts these stickers in Braille that you can place on the cards that will then say what the cards do. Also for Coup, so that one I've made accessible. I also have I have some sets of Braille cards, regular playing cards. I've got to see if 64-ounce games have made any new accessibility kits. Did you get any sort of funding for the game nights? I do not get any funding for them, but I figure I will just buy them myself, and I like games, and so I will use them again in my life, right? I feel like I try not to go too crazy. I have to sort of watch my budget a little bit. So I do that. Tommy the Blind Movie Critic, will you post a link, PH? Post a link in the Discord, because that sounds really interesting. Memorials of the Second Exalted March. Lindirane's Fall. Remember the victory of the Dales. The elves were murderous and wild, but Maker's grace did not touch them. The wildest of them was the she-elf, Lindiranae, wielder of the great blade, Evanura. Defiant to the last, she met Sir Brandis, the Silver Helm, in single combat, and he bested her. With Lindirame fell the Dales. I am not happy about all this sort of praising the murdering of my fellow elves. I feel uncomfortable with that. I feel like murdering elves is not a good thing. And as a Dalish elf, I'm feeling less excited about all of these memorials to murdering my people. Side note, that's all. Just wanted you to know it. But I do appreciate that the game puts all those things there. Yeah, I have never really played a super Andrastian character, and maybe I should. Is that a... How many players are you on average? I use the Seven Wonders. Ooh, oh, you have the Seven Wonders accessible. If that's good, then I could maybe pick up Seven Wonders. I've heard good things about Seven Wonders. Do you like it? Give me thoughts on Seven Wonders. Gallows records. This appears to be a list of people sentenced to hang, followed by a note. Cerise Richard, desertion. Ser Roland, desertion. Salvan Lavriche, murder. Zetraut, assaulting an officer. Quick question, is your student fully blind? No, fully blind. No partial vision. Cartronnet, desertion. Have the boys show up the crossbeam before the morning lot. Though I thought I saw some leaning last week. We don't want lingering deaths, even if they're scum. Yes, no, totally blind. And here's the thing, I'm so excited. He's back again this year. He took a year off, I think, going to be in and out while making lunch. Ooh, lunch sounds so good. Be good, I'll destroy you when I get back. Jer, will you make me a sandwich? I want something super delicious. Seven Wonders is pretty fucking great, but it's really tactical, so it's not a fast game. It's okay if it's not a fast game, though. I mean, I think that having things that are tactic, like, sometimes you want, I suppose, a fun, fast game, but sometimes you want a game that lets people really stretch their mind and be thoughtful, and the player... What is this? What is this? What is that? It doesn't look natural. It looks like we should go over there and mess it up a little bit. Let's go down there. Oh, hey! Demon! Hey! Leave me alone! Friends, are you going to help me, or are you not going to help me? Where are my friends? And why are you not here with me right now? This is inappropriate. There we go. There they are. There, my friends. I was a little worried for a moment that my friends were not going to help me out, because that's rude. There are a lot of undead here. So if Seven Wonders is good, because I've heard good things about it, I just have not played it, and there's an accessibility kit, then I think I will pick that up. Because I like to have new options. I think it's good to have more than one option so that we can play different things. So how many students do I have? Ice Bunny asked. I tend to have... It really varies. Sometimes there'll be 4 people, sometimes there'll be 8 people. And you never know how many people will be there on any given day. 6? I mean, yeah, it's very, very varied. So I like to have a good, good mix so that I can handle really small and really large. Alright, so let's see. There was another one we wanted. So this one is south and east again. So south and east. We want to head this way. So yeah, anywhere between 4 and 12. And we do it in the evening because that's when people are not taking classes. But again, of course, there are a lot of undead here. It seems really inappropriate. Who said undead were okay? Not to be, you know. I'm just saying. Yeah, so it's like, but I'll tell you, having 30 is really problematic when it comes to organizing a game. Do you know what I mean? 30, like, that makes organizing a game quite difficult, is what I would say about that. Red Dragon Inn is pretty good too. Also the Braille, oh, okay. Undead are not to blame for their condition. No, this is fair. This is fair, PH. You're right. One should not blame the undead for their condition. That is... Hi. I think we're good there. You have stuff for 20 plus. What kind of games do you play with 20 plus, Ice Bunny? Like, do you do sort of like icebreaker games, or do you do board games, card games? When you have 30, are you organizing? You're just throwing game boxes out to the floor. Yeah, and the thing is, you also want people to be able to, you know. There was stuff. Hold on, stuff. There we go. Look, I knew there was a thing. Last words. Host Ice Bunny hosts battle royales. To my loved ones, if this letter reaches you, know that I died, and died well, in service of the noble Grand Duke. I did not run like the others did when the battle grew too much. I did not lose faith in the Maker. I was courageous till the end. Yours always, Julien. I did daycare, so circle games. Yeah. And the thing is, I find that my college students don't want to do sort of icebreaker circle games. They perceive those as being a little bit too young for them. They want things that are a bit heavier. Look at this. This looks like, hi, buddy. Daycare, Battle Royale, same difference. Hey, Artie Snack, how are you? How are you doing? What are you doing? What is new and exciting for you? Right now, we are playing Dragon Age Inquisition because it is Saturday, and this is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. No, it will end at some point. Okay, we want to do... What is this? Oh, we're going to blow the signaling horn. Alright, well, we'll do that. So this is actually a really interesting question about Pandemic. How many players can you have with Pandemic? Never eat shredded wheat. What is the player size for that? Can you do 8? I share because I care to HUDs. I share because I care. Mwahaha. Not too much. Been playing a ton of War of the Chosen. It's usually 4. Yeah, we've been playing so that's like the big. Yeah, that's like the big thing, isn't it? How many people can you have? If we're talking about 4 or 5, there are a lot of games that you can do with 4 or 5. I don't have Pandemic yet, but I've got like Curse of Dracula. I've got those horns are super cool. Under protection of the Inquisition. Hi. That's cool. There's a co-op fighting game called Flashpoint. Oh, that sounds... I think I saw them play it. I really want to get XCOM on, but I have like 24 games in my library that I haven't touched yet. Yeah, no.
Where did I leave that hammer?
I feel like I should also play the XCOM original. Speaking of, we play a number of cooperative games. Like we'll play. Let me look at the map for one moment to figure out where I'm going. Lay rest the western. Oh, look at that. We can finish the Western Ramparts drama. That's really good. We will do that. Walk with me for a moment, will you? Walk with me over to my game shelf, of which I have many. Hold on. Walk with me. I am looking. What do we do? So we play Descent sometimes. That's a little bit tricky because you don't always have people around. Fury of Dracula, Eldritch Horror, Dead of Winter. Ascension we'll play. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective is pretty good. That one you can play with a lot of people. Shinobi Clans, Carcassonne, Secret Hitler, Betrayal at House on the Hill. Grizzled we'll play. That one is up to 5. That's a good one. Grizzled's a good one. We'll play the game. We'll play Eldritch Horror. We'll play... What else will we play? We played Fortune and Glory. We'll play Illuminati. Dominion. Played Diplomacy once. That one takes too long. Sentinels of the Multiverse we played. We just played War of Thrones. We did that one recently. Sometimes we'll play something like Doomtown Reloaded. So many games. Yeah. I have the accessibility kit for Dominion, and so that's when we tend to play a lot. Diplomacy does teach you to be a terrible human. Yeah. So we've the Dominion kit is really good, and that's one of the reasons why we do that one a lot. But if the Seven Worlds kit is really good, I would love to be able to add. I'm back to my couch. I would love to be able to add another good game. Yeah, I agree. I think we... I used to play it at camp when I was a counselor. We'd do a round a day.
We did it.
Oh.
I can't believe they retook the ramparts. Maybe if we got word to the Marshal. But Fort Reverson surrounded by undead and locked down.
Oh.
What's happened here?
It started when those freemen showed up.
Oh, we know this though.
Strange lights. Like blue fire.
Yeah.
It must be magic. But the freemen are just deserters from the armies. How could they have managed this? And why?
Okay, that's great. We're gonna go and try to get the other side of this story, clearly. Under protection of the Inquisition. Who are you? Okay, why do you have a health bar above you? Because you're a bad guy. I think that I'm gonna have to murder you, because that's... murder you a lot? Like, in an epic way, apparently? That was just, a lot of murder. So let's see, where can we go from here? There's a shard here, but I don't know how we're gonna get that shard. Well, let's try it, and then we can head up to other directions. Let's see if we can hit the shard. I would like to, because I like shards, but I just don't... Oh, hi. I need to kill you. Did it. Sorry about the murder, everyone. It just feels so violent. So there's a shard. Let's have something for his kids to bury. Nope. Drinking games are not an option with the grown-ups around, no. But the one where you have an open beer bottle, every player... Oh, so yeah, basically no drinking games. That would not... Because remember, this is the United States, and people cannot drink until they're 21, and all of my students are first-year students, and they are not 21. So there's no drinking with them. That is not allowed. And even drinking games without the drinking is sort of seen as promoting drinking, and so that's no good. I do recommend BattleTech for visually impaired players, though, because the terrain and minis are so distinct. Oh! Huh. Yeah, but you can't use soda bottles because everyone knows what you're doing. Yeah, that's a no-go, I'm afraid. So I think I should be able to get to it with XX. I feel like I should be able to get there, but I don't know if they're going to let me. Like, I really feel like there's got to be a way to figure out how to get to that shard. Like, it's got to be something really obvious and easy, but 21 is way too late to start being silly with alcohol. 40k and similar models are too samey to really tell them apart by touch. Maybe if you lose the drinking game, you have to write a paper. Oh, hey. There's some undead. We'll just have to kill them. But that's cool. They're dead. You have to write a paper if you lose the drinking game. That's, I feel like... So Battletech you think is better, but now the question is, a lot of those miniature games are like super pricey, right? Not so easy to get into? And maybe I'm wrong, but you should let me know. I would be interested in finding out those details. If it actually... Like, are they actually as pricey as I think they are? Are they as hard to sort of start? So look, there's gotta be a way... Oh, maybe this is it. This is why I never ended up collecting all the shards. Trying to reach them was so annoying. Yeah, yeah. So I feel like we should be able to get a shard here, right? Let's try. Yes? Are we gonna get it? And the thing is, I don't need, like, all the shards. I just need enough shards. I think we've got it, folks. I think we are going to be able... Yep, we got it. We will collect this shard. And we're awesome. Hey, cool statue. And when I considered how much shelves, right... The shards kind of blow because the jumping thing is kind of wonky, yeah. Wargaming is stupid expensive unless you... Oh, use a 3D printer. Then models become pennies. Oh, interesting. This is one of the reasons why I made it back and I got my kitchen assembled. Oh, nice. So I finally eat hot food at home now. Oh, no. Do not apologize for sharing. That's great. Speaking of which, now I kind of want sandwich materials. I need to get groceries. Legal age for a beer and wine is 16, and when I was a teen, it was 15, and cigarettes too, and the good stuff was 18. Yeah, you know, the thing you have to remember about the United States, what is over here? Shards on the plains, yeah. Oh, this is, we've got to return these effects. Actually, we're pretty close. We could do that. We could return the effects to the elves right now. Let's do that. I think we can fast travel there, can't we? Yeah, let's travel there and return those remains. So the thing, Iceman, you have to remember is that we have a complicated relationship to alcohol in this country. We did have prohibition where alcohol was illegal for 13 years. Thingavers has lots of models. So that's just the one thing that I would want to remind, that we made alcohol illegal for 13 years in the United States. We have a very complicated relationship with it, and there are still places that are dry counties where you cannot buy alcohol in those counties, even to this day. Yeah, we have a complicated relationship to alcohol. It's, I think, the best I can say.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
I'm afraid I found him.
I'm sorry, but I found your brother.
What? What do you mean, sorry? Where is he? No, he's not.
I have his belongings.
Is this all that's left? Did you learn nothing else?
I will say that he was brave.
He was brave, trying to reclaim a relic of the Dalish.
I know. I always knew he was brave and clever. Didn't have to prove himself. The clan loves him. Howard loves him. I wish he'd understood that. Thank you for bringing me the news. Better than not knowing.
Well, in the counties where, what does prohibited mean? Not sold, right? It's the prohibition is that you're not allowed to sell it. If you have it, you can. If you have it, you can drink it, but it's illegal to sell it. So, you know.
I found this talisman. I think your brother was looking for it. You should have it.
Linderani's talisman. It exists? Her sword, Evanura, was taken by Shens. But in the story, her talisman was saved and hidden. This will mean so much to our people. Thank you.
You know, the drinking age, this is interesting factoid. The drinking age was lowered to 18, and it was 18 throughout the 70s. This was like all right because of the Vietnam War, right? That the drinking age and the voting age was lowered to 18. And so people were allowed to drink and also vote when they were being sent off to war. And this really helped the music industry because then you had a lot more people going to clubs, being able to go to clubs and seeing live shows. So there's a whole sort of big live show scene that happened through the 70s and 80s. But then Mothers Against Drunk Driving did this whole campaign to increase the drinking age to 21 because they felt that people who were 18 to 21 drinking and driving and all of that. And so then, whole counties, yep. And then because they felt that people who are 18 to 21 would not drink responsibly, they did a lot of pressure.
You convinced the Keeper. He said I can join the Inquisition if I wish.
Oh. And they basically did this thing wherein if your drinking age, if a state's drinking age was 18, they wouldn't get federal highway funds. And so basically now, practically, the drinking age is 21 everywhere.
Keeper Howard has given you permission to join the Inquisition?
He has. I'll report to your camp in the south, if that's all right.
Carry on, Agent.
There are also places where you can't sell alcohol on Sundays because religious day. It depends on the young people. It depends on the young people. I did not drink under 18. Dry counties are a thing. Instead, you pay an admission to a private club where you can drink all you want. You can't buy booze before 12 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah. I've linked some models. Oh, cool. Oh, that's great. So when I didn't drink under 18 because I didn't hang out with cool kids, so I didn't get alcohol illegally. Right, I mean, that's like a... I mean, so that becomes like a thing, that if you don't have people who are willing to go and buy you alcohol illegally, you're not going to get access to it necessarily. Yes, you do, actually, and you could be prosecuted for it, actually. It's contributing to the delinquency of a minor. There's basically it's illegal to sell alcohol to minors, and if you give it to them, unless you're their parents. Parents are allowed to give alcohol to their children, but otherwise, yeah, you could be prosecuted for it. But the thing is, I joined the army at 18, and I was stationed overseas, where in all those other countries you were allowed to drink. So I was drinking between 18 and 21, but because I was in a place where it was legal for me to do so. But when I came back home on leave, I often wasn't drinking because, again, it was illegal to get the alcohol. Mythal, the Great Protector. Elgar'nan had defeated his father, the sun, and was all covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elgar'nan sought to console his mother, the earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed. But the earth knew that without the sun, nothing could grow. She whispered to Elgar'nan this truth, and pleaded with him to release his father, but Elgernon's pride was great, and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mythal walked out of the sea, of the earth's tears, and onto the land. Very interesting. It is 18 here in Ukraine. You can do basically anything after 18. Yeah, in the United States, after 18, you're a legal adult, but there are a whole bunch of things you can't do. She placed her hand on Elgernon's brow, and at her touch he grew calm and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elgernon went to the place where the son was buried and spoke to him. Elgernon said he would release the son if the son promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. The son, feeling remorse at what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elgernon and Mythal, restricted adulthood, yeah. You cannot purchase a handgun until 21, even though you're an adult. And the Ukraine is awesome. We had a small shop that was knowing to not give a beep about how old you are, so I bought a bottle of pink bubbly with 14 and started smoking 11. Oh yeah, Ice Bunny, you do those sorts of things here, you will be they will shut you down. Like, you can lose your liquor license, because you have to have a license to sell alcohol, and if they catch you selling alcohol to minors, you will be fined and you might lose your license and not be able to sell alcohol at all. They're pretty serious about it. I mean, of course people can get around it, but I mean, if you go to, yeah, I mean, it's so much that a lot of clubs won't even have, a lot of nightclubs are 21 only because they don't want to deal with having people who are 18 in the club and maybe accidentally getting alcohol and then them getting sort of fined. There are clubs that will do 18 and up, some are all ages, but usually if you are under 21, if you're over 21, you get a special, wristband or a special stamp, and if you don't have it, you don't get to have alcohol. It is not like Europe, is what I will say. So the sun rose again in the sky, and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elgernon and Mythal, with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back to life all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed, and they grew and thrived. And that night, when the sun had gone to sleep, Mythal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed it into a sphere to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory. From the tale of Mythal's touch, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Raphaelan clan of the Dalish Elves. By some reason, I remember that movie with Tom Hardy, Lawless. Oh, my dive is full of teachers after school, and then at night it's, are you a biker? No, fuck off. Tahuds hangs out in biker bars. Tahuds is a biker. What's down here, do you think? I don't know if we've been down in this cave, have we? I don't think we have. I don't know if there actually is anything interesting in this cave, but there might be. Also, I wonder if we, looks like there's not anything really particularly interesting in this cave at this moment, besides some rash vine. But that's cool. I'll take it. Let's talk to the keeper, though, and see if the keeper... And also not... No, apparently not. Nobody's, you're like, well, let's speak to the keeper.
If I may share something else with you. There are strange glyphs inscribed in the stones of this place, revealed only with veil fire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you.
Oh.
Dareth Shiral,
but I usually do drive around on a motorcycle, so yeah. I hang out in my flat. Oh, biker bar, no bikers. Go Georgia. They say the Danish teens are the hardest drinkers in Scandinavia, but then is the booze the cheapest compared to Sweden and Norway?
Dalen, I was wrong about your Inquisition. Although the humans named you herald of their prophet, your devotion to your people is undiminished.
It's true.
Perhaps you will be the bridge that others hope you are. If Lorinel still wishes to join you, he has my blessing.
Oh, thanks.
Dareth Shiral,
So, it's interesting. When I was in Europe, there was a lot of alcoholism. I mean, there was a lot of alcoholism in Europe. I'm just saying. Now, what was really interesting to me was that my European friends, who drank a lot, in quantities that were distressing, always insisted that there was no alcoholism in Europe because alcoholism was an American thing, and that Europeans weren't alcoholics. And I was like, interesting that you think that, huh? Uh, But yeah, no, I mean, oh man, when I was in Liverpool, wow, wow, it was, wow is what I would say about that. Yeah. So we're here. I think that we can go. What will be interesting? Let's go. I suppose we should maybe head. We should really start be heading east. And then there's the Finnish who use their booze to liberate themselves. Do they finish all of their booze? Do they finish it? Get it? Finish? It's not good. It was bad. Like, I know that was bad. I had like 1 year when I used to drink, but still not much, almost all of my life, either totally sober or literally one glass of I'm gonna say wine. It is a Europe thing, and getting help is not easy. Yeah. And I think that, I mean, it was adequate. I just died. They just don't let me go into the water. They don't let me go into the water. A glass of wine per week. I don't drink a lot, mainly because I'm a super taster. The best parts of spending a year in the Uni of Nottingham equals bar and dorm, worst, all the clubs. It took me a couple of months to find a proper pub. Oh, yeah. I mean, so I often practically don't drink because, with old folks, no music and Skittles. Mainly because I'm a super taster and a lot of alcohol is just bitter, and so I don't enjoy it. Although the rise of cider becoming a thing has been positive, because then I can actually drink something if I go out with friends and have it that's something that I can actually enjoy the taste of. Is like also, oh, not Skittles like the candy, because I would love a bar that had Skittles. Like, if there were a lot of Skittles, I'd be like, that's great. And I would be super happy with the candy Skittles. Because who doesn't like Skittles? That's all I'm saying. But the rise of ciders has made it so that there are actually things that I can drink. But again, I don't tend to drink at home. Also drink it time to time. Do you drink apple one? Oh, you know, I will try anything really. I like a green apple. That's nice. Sometimes there was a cider that was apple but also had cranberry in it, and that was pretty good. Oh, like bocce. Oh, that's cool. All right, where are we headed, everyone? Where are we going on our map? Oh, we're here. So I think we'll just head east and sort of northish. My weird alcoholic quirk is that I hate licorice but love Jägermeister. I don't. You know what? There is no judgment. There is no judgment at all. I like mixed drinks. So drinks that are frozen and made of sugar, those are good. But of course, I don't like spending a lot. Those are always usually expensive, and I often don't like spending lots of money on my alcoholic beverages because I, you know, am cheap. But you know, it's fine. Jägermeister and raspberry soda. I think Jägermeister is probably going to be a little too medicinal tasting for me, I imagine. But like, I can do like a rum and coke maybe. I like a margarita, like a strawberry margarita maybe. That's tasty. But again, those are things that, like, are not things you have at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, very often, those sorts of mixed drinks are things I might have when I go out, but I also don't go out very often. Rum and cocaine, classy. Chartreuse is pretty much Jaeger on steroids. I don't think I've had chartreuse. I haven't had chartreuse. I wonder if it's good. I wonder if I would like it, or if I wouldn't like it. Yeah, I will say that when I say that I don't go out, I suppose that's not exactly true. I do go out, but I tend to go out to places that aren't bars. I go out to the game store. And so, yeah, my drinking is not particularly heavy. Although I don't have anything against it, I just don't tend to do it. I bought a bottle when I turned 21. It lasted me until I was 27. Russian Miss Bosch with a dash of warm vodka. But maybe, are they different kinds of vodkas? So, like, maybe you'd want to have, if I like, I would have to, I'm just exploding all the things. Oh. Angler muck is good and served by the pitcher. I once had I was in Italy once, for a military thing. It was like an army thing. And we went to this restaurant. They took us to this restaurant where they it was like a it was like multiple courses. It was a lot. Trust me, they make such things you don't even want to know about. There was like a lot of hold on, where are we right now? We're here. What does this mean? What is this place? I really want to go up here because there's another camp there. But, well, I suppose we'll just keep going where we're going. What is this? I don't even know. Anyway, there was so it was at this Italian restaurant. It was this like little place in the middle of nowhere with like 18,000 courses, way more food than you could actually eat. And with each course, they brought you wine. And, so you're being polite, so you're having the wine. It's fine. But at the end, they brought what I thought was wine, right? I thought it was wine. And they're like, would you like red or white? And I used to live down from a great blue-collar bar that served $150 rum, $1.50 rum, and Cokes in Long Island glass. Oh, that's cool. So they're like, would you like white or red? And I was like, oh, well, I'll have red, because it's probably going to be sweeter. And I took a drink, and it turned out it was not wine, it was grappa. And grappa is strong. I thought my eyebrows would have burned off. Andril's messenger. Long ago, when our people were strong and free, we roamed the world and could do as we pleased, but we were taught by Andril, mother of hares, to respect nature and all the Creator's creatures. Grappa is strong, and I was not prepared. It's like fire in your face. Like it is strong. It is strong. It's a digestif. I think it's supposed to clear your stomach by burning it from the inside. I think it's made out of, it's like the distilled out of the dregs after you make wine, then you take the dregs and then you distill it in some way and make it even stronger. It's intense. Even though the earth was ours, we did not misuse it. They say the great leaders of the people would pray to Andruil for guidance. Where shall we hunt? Where shall we raise our hala? Where shall we settle and build? Andruil would send her messenger, the owl, to show the people the way, and they would follow him to where the land was blessed. Always keep an eye out for the noble owl. You never know. Andruil might have a message for you. As told by Keeper Gisrael to the children of the Ralafaran clan. We need to get you to GA very briefly, Trooper, so I can give you a mason jar of something unlabeled, and then you can say Grappa is strong, if you... So, to Huds, I do have a story about moonshine, and I will tell you this story about moonshine, and I'm just gonna, you'll just know the story. So this is the story of Trooper and moonshine. So So, as you know, as I mentioned just recently, I did not drink before I was 18 in the Army. And, one is because I suppose it was illegal, but also, here's what I'm going to tell you. So, first off, last words. The Scout's journal is blood-stained and soggy from the rains, but some entries can still be made out. Day 12. Relieved Corporal Colin at the Bone Hill Scout Post. Not entirely happy about this change. The area sees no battle. Day 14. Was correct in earlier prediction. I've only seen deer and rabbits. Killed a hare for food. Best keep stores high, just in case. Day 17. Saw strange shapes wandering the hills at night. The enemy? They walked aimlessly with a shambling gait. Best keep a quiver close by. They're undead! So, here's the thing. When I say that I did not drink until I was 11, that is only partially true. I never thought the shine was all that strong tasting. Most of what I've had was pretty smooth. Yeah, I suppose it depends on who's making it, and how good they are at making it, I would imagine. So, when I was living up in the country, as you all know, when I was a wee thing. Alright, this looks good. Let's do this. Let's do some murdering here. I think that'll be fine. So when I was a wee thing, I lived up in the mountains, right? You know, as I know electricity, right, outhouse, all of those sorts of things, as I had mentioned. And when I was 3 years old, we had a goat roast. Because, you know, we needed to eat our goats for food, basically. And, I was 3, and I was at this big goat roast, and, I was cute. Like, I was a cute little kid. And at the goat roast, people would give the cute little kid a sip of alcohol, because everybody was drinking. And so I would get a sip of wine, a sip of moonshine, a sip of beer, a sip of whiskey. There were a lot of people at this goat roast. A lot of people. And I was getting sips of alcohol from all of them. I was 3. I didn't know what was going on. And I remember running around, right, just running around in the middle of the woods, and then just falling over, and then getting up, and then running, and then falling over, and then getting up, and running and falling over. And the next day, I had such a hangover. It felt like lumps were coming out of my head, and I did not like that, and so I did not drink again. I did not drink again until I was 18 in the Army. Like, at all. I was just like, nope. By the way, making a copper still is hella easy to make. The mash, less so. My wife finds the smell disagreeable. You know what's interesting to HUDs? I was reading this article about the meth explosion in the South and Midwest, and they were saying that one of the things that really helped meth become so widespread in the South was that it was able to take over the old moonshining infrastructure, right? So you would go off to where the moonshines, like these old stills where they're making moonshine, sort of convert those spaces, they were remote, into sort of meth places, and then there was a distribution model already set up. So that was really interesting to me. Jocelyn, I don't trust that Gordian fellow. He talks as though he's Orlesian, but I know he's not. I can hear it in his speech. Tell me you hear it too. I wonder what he's doing on that rise. He's forbidden us from going there, but I might take a look in a couple of nights. Let me know if you want in. Have you heard anything from the Emerald Graves? They say Duamir's gone there to lead the freemen. Damn, I miss him. He was a good commander. A bastard, but fair. Gus. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting to sort of think. But then again, like, you know, I am, generally speaking, interested in history and all of that. I just took a book. Thanks. Hi, Wolf, that's hanging out with us. I hate to tell you this, but we're going to kill you. Like, it's just a thing that's going to happen. We're going to kill the wolf. You know what I need to do? Before we leave, I need to get my phone. They basically told us how to distill 9th grade chemical class. Oh, you know, actually, I think, my stuff is for personal consumption only as long as I keep it to less than a gallon per annum. It's good. Because I thought that it was illegal to make hard liquor still. that you can make beer and wine, but that hard liquor was still actually illegal, I thought. But, oh, I bet that is up there. But again, I am not up on all of the details of alcohol legalities, because we're just, you know, we are a little funny. Learning how to brew is probably going to be a popular class. Yeah. Hi. What is all this? Huh. I know that that you can legally make beer and wine, but I thought that spirits making was regulated. Somewhat. But I don't... But Todd's probably knows the details. Todd's, what are the details about the making of hard liquor? And the legality or illegality of it? At least they're teaching you a skill. Right? Getting a skill is important. I wonder if I have to climb up that mountain, or if I can get there from here. Jer? No. First off, post it in, oh, it varies by state. Post it in Discord, but also, Jer, can you make Tahud's a regular if you are here? That would be awesome, if you could, because regulars can post links. And so, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Not cool, bruh. Not cool. So, Tahud, you should be able to post that link now. Just side note. Alright, we want to get up there, I think, because it looks interesting. I don't know what all is up there, but it looks like there's stuff. Spam those links! Spam the links! Do it! You know you want to. You know, I feel like my character is very bold when it comes to climbing up and down ravines and jumping off things that maybe you should not jump off because they're dangerous and you will hurt yourself. But I feel like that's his jam. I feel like he's the mosaic tile piece. I feel like that's what he does. Alright, so now the question is, how are we going to get... How are we going to get... We want to get to this ocularium, which is to the south. So we are looking this way. Maybe? But over there. So we want to get over there. Got to get ready for Shadowrun. Oh, great! Take no responsibility for the chaos about to ensue. Right? This, right? I'm gonna do what... You can't tell me what to do, Gravity. You can't tell me what to do. I do what I want. Home distilling laws. Is it illegal to make moonshine in Georgia? Have a good time, by the way, Artie Snack, and tell us everything about it. I want to know all the stuff. It's for fuel. Oh, wow. Huh. Yep, just for fuel. For fuel. I think we can get to our last ocularium. Look at us. We are Pathfinders. And it is excellent. I get to punch mana barrier. Oh, punch all the mana barriers. And Jer. Oh, good. Jer, tell us stories about how it goes. Oh, really? Yeah, I would imagine. But I don't know. I mean, I just sort of... I suppose they're... And Todd, you can actually tell us about this one, right? I heard that they are tight on making spirits because spirits can be explosive and therefore making it can be dangerous. But I don't know if that's actually true or if that's just a story. I mean, I hear that they're, you know, that if you make your spirits wrongly, it could be dangerous. But I don't know. Give us the word on that. Okay. One more shard, peoples. I wonder where it is. I do what I want. Oh, hey, you know, oh, there it is. We got it. Nice. Folks, it is 3 o'clock. I think we've just done a really great job of everything so far today. So what I think we're going to do right now is... Nope, the whole idea behind distilling spirits is that you're bringing the alcohol below its vapor, so it condenses. It's hard to make that explode, is what I'm going to assume the rest of that phrase is. Let's go to Skyhold. Vapors burn. Uh-huh. Oh. I know, right? I know it makes me sad too, but I've got to get my syllabi done today. But also, oh, it is my pleasure. Oh, here's the thing. We learn things. That's what we do here. Encantador, you're going to be streaming, right? So I want everybody to go and see your stream. Encantador is great. Somebody who's not me, because I'm not at a keyboard, could you type streamer and then Encantador the gamer? I think it's streamer is the command. I think that is the one. So if somebody would do that, that would be great, so we can get a link to you. So everyone should go and watch Encantador. Oh, I think that what you can... I've got to see... Yes, thank you. I've got to go and check about that one, Tommy Christmas. Oh. Uh-oh. There's a conversation happening. I think it's add quote.
Inquisitor.
I think it's add quote. And then the quote. But I've got to check the permissions. You can try to see if you can do it. Because it should be exclamation point add quote, maybe?
How are you, Solus?
It hurts. It always does.
And then the quote.
I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Oh, we're going to find out some stuff. Where were you?
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
Yay puppy. No, I think it's actually add quote is I think the thing that will add the quotes to the learned. But there are I think there are only 11 or 12, 13 quotes so far, so you'll probably get a lot of new ones. But Tommy, do some more learns. And thank you. What
happens when a spirit dies?
We're closing out right now. I just want to talk to him.
The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
Ha! So it isn't really dead.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
Oh, that's sad.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
Oh. That's sad. That's sad. We, my friends, are going to go... Oh, let's just fast travel there because it's faster, shall we? Let's go to right here. And then we're going to get to our war table. And then we're going to go. And then I will see you all... Ooh, I will see you all next Thursday. And we will play more Dream Daddy. I think we are... Oh, we're going to go on a date with Matt on next Thursday for Dream Daddy. And then see how that shapes up for us. What will happen. It's going to be so good. Yeah. Oh, hey. We're getting close to 250. We're not at 250 yet, but we're closing in on 250 in terms of followers. And when we get there, I'm going to, no matter what, stream an RPG tabletop. I'm going to do it. That's just it. We're doing it. No questions asked. And let's get our Blood Lotus. Thank you, Tommy Christmas. And...
That Dalish elf who joined us is eager, to say the least.
We're good.
The Dalish possess great knowledge. We should be honored to have him with us.
Oh, nice. I love when people chat. And that, my friends, right here, that is it for today. I am Trooper SJP. For those who don't know, this is the Academic Foxhole. I've got a Discord. I've got a YouTube where I store everything. And everybody, all the battle buddies here are super exciting and really interesting. And join us and see me next Thursday. See me on the Discord. And have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody. Ciao.